On to the next topic. Now I want to talk about, since we did bring up Dillian White, I want to talk about one of the fighters that he's bringing along, a guy that I've been interested in the past couple of years, Coach. I've been watching this guy, and I told you to take a look at him, and I definitely wanted your thoughts on him. It's Fabio Wardley, and pretty big, very athletic, I think, heavyweight, who's not afraid to fight. and seems to at least in most spots be fighting correctly
I agree.
as far as boxing ability. And even though he got the fourth round TKO against Coffee, but
Yeah,
and we thought it was an early stoppage. I definitely thought it was a really pretty bad stoppage. But this kid looks real good to me. I think he's 16-0 now. I think he's won the British title, and he goes in there and he goes for the finish. This kid does not fuck around at all. I really like this kid, Fabio Wardley. Coach, what are your thoughts on him? What are your thoughts on what you saw from Fabio
I
Wardley?
I wasn't familiar with him or heard about him or nothing until you told me about him. So that was the first time me seeing him. I see a lot of good stuff.
Yeah,
Of course, the stoppage. I try not to give the refs too much because I give them shit all the time. But I'm trying not to give them too much if they error on the side of caution, right?
yeah,
But when a guy ain't really hitting you, that ain't erring on the side of caution. That's you not seeing what the fuck's happening. So there was plenty of hitting going on. Just in that sequence, it wasn't whenever he stopped the fight, right? And the kid was, I mean, what was the kid's name? I forgot.
Fabio Wardley,
No, the opponent,
Coffee,
Coffee.
Michael Coffee.
Yeah, Coffee reacted soon as he called a halt. He was just sitting there trying to counter, but
Right.
so that was shitty. But I don't think it changed how that fight was going to end as far as Wardley winning. I see a bunch of upside with him, and like you said, he is athletic because I didn't think he was as big as you told me he was. But uh,
6'5".
that's perfect,
Um,
perfect, perfect.
6'5". He's 28 years old.
You give me a 6'4", 6'4" guy, a solid 6'4" guy can live in this super heavyweight era. He can win. He can win. That's a Jared Anderson. My partner Zach Spiller. He's coming up. He been camping with our guy, bro. Slowpoke. And he's a
Nice.
6'4" guy. 6'4" guy. 250, 260, big boy. He's only got about 4-5 fights, but he's over there camping. He done been in there with Fury. Done been in there with everybody. But uh, plenty upside, I think, in that kid. But now you just scared me because I know at 16 fights in the British title, I already know. All right, now it's fast track. Now, as soon as he gets the British title, they gonna put him in there with somebody,
Yeah.
and then 2 fights have a title shot. I don't know. Do you do that? I'm not familiar enough yet. I see the upside. I'd love to work with that fucking kid. Shit, but
He's
I,
nice.
yeah, absolutely. But that British title, bro. Once they get that British title, they start pushing, man. They want you
Yeah.
to go. They want you to go. I don't know how long Fury won the British or the Commonwealth, whatever. I'm not familiar with the names, but
Right.
before he was in there with Klitschko, bro. He was in there with Klitschko. It was his shot, and he had to go to Germany with their cheating ass trying to pad the ring and all that type of shit that nobody don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
All that shit that exists. Why you thinking people don't? You thinking everybody's fair square? No. You're as fair square as your corner has the experience to bust. That's what you are.
Yeah.
If your cornerman has enough sense, he knows to send somebody in there to check the raps, and it's the guy who knows how to check raps. If your corner got experience, he knows to go get in that ring the day before the fight or hours before the fight to make sure the pads are straight. If your guys got it, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, Coach, to your point, he fought. I think it was his first fight against Derek Chisora when he won the European WO International and vacant British heavyweight title. 2 fights later, he was fighting Klitschko. It was only the second fight after that he was already in there with Klitschko.
And I had no way of knowing that other than my years watching English boxing. I am an English boxing fan, bro. I do know once they get a Commonwealth title, that's it. It's go. It's go
Yeah,
time.
I guess they feel like, okay, well, we've done what we can.
You beat the best here. You beat the
Right,
best here.
right. So now it's time to go to world level.
Yes. I'll say this. I'll say this.
Yeah.
Here's another strong thing about England if this is what you're looking for. England absolutely pits best against best sooner than we do over here traditionally. Yeah. They don't bullshit, bro. If you got the goods, let's go. Like how they think this big another bodybuilding kid was something. And I told you, and you knew too, G, cause that's another thing we learned about each other. You knew Slowpoke was a bad motherfucker too, and nobody don't know that, bro. They still don't know that.
Slowpoke is Joe Joyce. That's what we.
Joe Joyce, yeah. He's fighting underwater. Look, he's fighting underwater.
Yeah, but he's a bad.
He's super bad. Super bad dude, bro. Super bad. He's coming.
He would win that fight. We picked him to win that fight.
Way before that fight. Before that fight.
Everybody said Dubois was gonna win.
Oh, dude, I said, man, how do what's the Queensberry dude? The manager, the promoter. How do Frank Warren know the Gypsies this and that and this and that, but didn't know what was about to happen to so now I'm going, well, he's a promoter. Yeah, he ain't looking at the geometry at all, bro. Yeah. And even real boxing people was picking Dubois, bro. They thought he was too big and strong.
No, I said, damn, you putting him in there with Slowpoke? Man, I got to hurt somebody, man.
He's actually got he's got the best nickname in the world, bro, because he's coming and there's nothing you could do about it except meet him and hope you got more than him. Cause you gonna have your shot to, he's slow. You gonna be able to punch in between and everything. But his core strength, his size, hey, bro, he is a monster, dude.
I seen this dude do a backflip, bro.
You ever seen him did them kicks, bro?
Backflip, bro.
I watched him walk across the ring. Oh, look, I almost knocked Clarissa down, boy. I apologize.
Go. Do that to Clarissa.
No, man, that's the quote, boy. I almost fucked up.
Hey, man.
Listen, I watched that boy walk across the ring, take 2 steps, do some kind of kung fu flip, man. He kicked and his core strength's impeccable. He's just he's got age on him, but other than that, bro, I don't pick nobody.
Is he that slow though, or is he just taking his time? Okay, I never.
No, it's timing. It's timing.
Yeah.
It's timing, but no, he's not quick at all. But it's timing. He's timing the pace, but because his geometry is right, he don't get hit as much as you think he does. But when he gets hit because he's coming forward and he's banging, right? But
he's a juggernaut. Who wants to come forward?
Nobody beats him but Fury, bro. And Fury better not overthink because he's slow and shit. This ain't nothing. Because you'll find yourself in a real fight. Because he's still gonna be there.
I want to say I'm with you in that I believe that Joe Joyce is probably the second. I believe Joe Joyce is probably the second best heavyweight
by far.
Maybe now Usyk beat him in the amateurs or whatever, but I think that this level, I think Joyce would get him back. I think Joyce would beat him in the pros. He's just a big, like you said, he's big. He fights pretty much.
I think he's 6'7", 6'8".
He's out here breaking people's orbital bones and shit.
260, all the core strength in the world. Got the boxing. I think Fury has the intangibles in that bout, and which is why he wins. But that's the best boxing fight out there. And I'm gonna tell you something else that everybody can go look up and see if I'm right. After he spanked the old boy and he called them boys in the ring, Joe jumped in that ring because Joe wants that fight. Fury knows Joe's the fucking problem. He knows that guy's the real problem. That's why he was talking to Usyk. And you know how I feel about the Gypsy. The Gypsy ain't afraid of Joe. He ain't gonna duck Joe or nothing like that. He's gonna fucking fight him. But he knows that's the real guy.
Yeah.
That's the real guy. This guy here, let me save him for when Cause that's the real shit, and then I go off into the sunset, bruh. That dude's a real problem, bruh. And now that guy, I understand why people don't see it. With Benavidez, I don't understand how you don't know he's bad. With Joe Joyce, I absolutely understand why nobody sees what I'm looking at. I get it. But how you don't see it with Joshua, I'll never know. How you can't see what's wrong with Joshua? It has nothing to do with him being tough or none of that shit. He don't know where he's safe, bro. He gets hit.
Listen, back to Wardley. I like Wardley.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, that's where we
I like Wardley. I think Wardley is almost like a hybrid of athleticism, boxing, borderline. He just needs the seasoning. He just needs more seasoning. Development, because he's got the geometry, he's got the athleticism, he's got the size. But when you told me he got the Commonwealth, yeah. And you know, he actually fought Eric Molina. He fought. I don't know if you remember. I mean, I know you say you're not familiar with him, but he did fight Eric Molina back in March of 2021 and knocked him out in 5 rounds. I
probably seen it and just didn't remember.
Yeah,
but
so he's got decent.
Here's the problem, though, G. Why these people ain't fighting, bro? Why these people ain't fighting? He's gonna get rushed. Watch, somebody's gonna pick him. Give me him then. Like a AJ or something, you know, why Usyk and them can't do it, and then if they smart, they won't let AJ nowhere near Fury. Fury's got to pick the next guy. You don't see the big gypsy saying, "Let's do a British extravaganza." Y'all think your Commonwealth guys? All right, let's go. Come on, Fury be friendly with him and shit. Yeah.
Here's the other thing I like about Wardley, Coach. Every fight I've seen, he's in there to finish. He's in there to finish the guy. And he spars, my understanding is he spars like crazy with Dillian White. So, you know, that's some like brutal, rough sparring. I hope it doesn't take anything off his career. But what I will say is I do think he's not afraid to be aggressive. And he seems to be smart enough in his aggression not to get hurt too bad. But I don't know. I just like I said, I love the geometry. He's got the athleticism. He smells blood. He goes for the finish, and I think he's fan friendly.
It'd be a shame to waste him. Right, build him up, like you're supposed to.
And I will say. I mean, I'm high enough on him where I do think he beats some of these guys that we've been talking about. Like, like if it would have been him in there against AJ yesterday,
he's biting down.
I don't know what happens in that fight because
he's biting down and going right.
Yeah, because AJ looked apprehensive to me, and he's bigger than this guy. Wardley's bigger than Franklin. He's more athletic than Franklin.
Bro, you called
right. I mean, it's
you called Franklin. You called Franklin last week when you said Franklin was going to try to win, and this is what happened. Franklin did try to win. He came to fight. He's just not very good either. So. Don't misunderstand me. He's a fighting man. He's punching. He's all that shit. But he's not. He's undersized and he's not very good to be competing with so much a bigger guy, right?
Yeah. He's way big.
Right. So that's the difference. And if that guy caused AJ to have to grab and hold and punch and block because he's getting hit, your guy probably gets great that night. You know, fuck it, just bite down and punch. But yeah, man, I
like the guy. I
like him too. I want the English to go the American route with him. Bill him up, man.
Maybe
they don't do that though.
Maybe they don't do that. Maybe at some point him and Big Baby beat up. That'd be a fun fight.
Which one? What Big Baby?
The Jared Anderson.
Let's save that. That's a super fight right there. If them boys is fighting, let's save that shit, man.
I know.
Woo! Cause unlike everybody else, I think Jared's a partner of mine, right?
Yeah.
I think Jared is the future, or can be the future. Absolutely. Developing.
Yeah.
Jared is so fucking good, bro. But Jared's got to settle into heavyweight. He's got to be in there with them heavyweights and feel that and be like, oh, I can't just come out balls to the wall like I did in the Amis. And I think he's gonna get all that. He'll get all that. They'll do him right, right? So yeah, let's save that. If Wardley pans out and Jared pans out, they might have a big thing at some point. Yeah, man.
You know, and of course I gotta go with. I'm gonna have to go with our guy. You know.
Oh yeah. I'm clear with that one.
But it would be, you know, it would be bittersweet because I really like this Wardley guy just as much as, you know, just as much as a Dillian White, you know, or close to it, you know, close to it. But
and Dillian, do you think Dillian has, in the last couple of fights, Dillian has crossed that line into that Chisora territory or headed there? He's headed there. Like he's got to where, I don't want to say cruise control because I don't mean that, but he's setting his ways. This is what I bring. This is how I'm gonna fight. Let's go at it. So whereas, you know, before he was still on the come up and had the setback with AJ and he was fighting hard and all that shit. I think he's on that path now too. And we both, I mean, I like Chisora. I like him, bro. I watch him fight too, but you get what you get with him, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't think Dillian has slipped that far, but I think, you know, he's on the backslide is what I'm saying. AJ's on the backslide. He's on the back. It's next now. It's next. Let's go. Let's get these next ones.
Yeah, Dillian's in the maybe reaching the twilight. That's why I'd like to see him get that fight. I think he could potentially make it right with or get his redemption against Joshua. I think that's a fun fight. Makes a lot more sense if I'm the promoter.
If he gets off of that fight, yeah,
or a manager. I mean, I'm not putting. If I'm AJ's manager, I'm putting him in
Born Burner.
Yeah, I'm putting him in White. Yeah, and that's a huge seller. That's a huge seller. A lot less risky than Fury. And you know, I don't think he's really got a shot against Fury, to be honest. I just don't see it unless he clips him, unless he clips him. And I wanted to say, Coach, there were other fights on the undercard besides Wardley, of course. I'm not sure if you were able to catch any of them. We had Galal Lafay. I
watched Ammo because we helped Ammo get ready that last week. We were sparring Ammo. So
yes, I mean, tell me what you thought about, you know, Ammo, Campbell Hatton, anything else you watched on that undercard.
Man,
Ammo had a tough opponent.
Yes, it was a real guy. It was a real guy. Yeah. I like that guy, man. I wish, you know, I seen what happened, but I like that guy, man. I liked him. I had never seen him before neither. I'm a little partial. I got a little soft spot for Ammo Williams, bro, for some reason. I don't know why, bro. I just took to that kid when I first met. We beat him in the amateurs, and Quentin was at 52. And one of those times he came home, you know, we took a fight with Ammo. It was like a WBC's future champions thing, and so we fought him at 65. He was at 65. Ammo's a good sized kid.
Yeah.
And we beat him in the amateurs. But after that, I took to him, and then and the White's my partner, his trainer. So it's like I like him, man. And if you looking for athleticism in a kid, he's got it in spades, man. He's got it in spades. I'll say this camp, and I hadn't seen Ammo in a while because he went to Florida and shit, but I think now he's coming back, and he's been in Houston. And like I said, we sparred him that last week at his camp, and we were supposed to catch him Sunday, but we couldn't get up there before they left for England. But I seen in this camp some improvements with Ammo's distance. It shot like start comparisons, like, oh shit, what you been doing? You know what I'm saying? Like I seen that, and he's touching more. Everything was in camp, in sparring. He wasn't stepping on every punch and shit and just trying to power through. Well, he can't power through with us anyway, so that ain't his tactics against us. It's more of a boxing match. But I seen some improvements with Ammo, man, and every time I see him, I try to give him some advice, and he asks me for advice, and I like the kid, man. But he's in that point now. He's got a WBA minor title, and they gonna start pushing him. And you know, he's with a promoter from over there. So you know, I don't know how the communication. I know how the English they you know. I'm sure after he won that small title, Ed is looking for a title shot now. So however he can finagle it, he's gonna get ammo in there as long as he wins. So I seen growth. I root for him. He's from Houston, so anytime he's boxing, I'm watching, man. So he was in tough, and he won. So and he, what round did it in?
I want to say 8 of 10, maybe.
He broke the kid down. He broke the kid down.
Yeah, he did. That
you know, I was proud of him, man.
Yeah. So good on him. But that kid was real tough, man. And apparently he had gone right into the second training camp for this fight, you know. And there was
they said it on the show like he done fought 4 times this year.
Right.
Like damn.
Right. So I'd like to see that kid get another chance too, you know, maybe with a little bit of rest.
He put up a hell of a fight. There ain't no reason to not have him on something. Shit.
He's a tough kid. River Wilson Bent, I think was his name.
Bent. That's it. I wrote it down because I was scoring it.
Campbell Hatton,